my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren. I am the owner and artist behind my small stationery shop, LA Florals. And today I thought we could do some super easy, beginner-friendly planner doodle tutorials. And for our supplies, we have a little unbox. I am so excited about this. This is a care package from Narwhal. I am so excited for this. They just released their Year of the Horse signature fountain pen, as well as their ink, which is called Saddle Amber. And look, they have their own collab notebook. This is an A6 dot grid notebook. And it also is Year of the Horse themed. Absolutely love the gold. I love it so much. Literally so cool. I haven't had, okay, don't yell at me if I'm wrong. Lectrum, I don't know. I have only had one notebook from them before, and honestly, I just bought it at at Barnes & Noble. I think this was like back in like 2017-ish, maybe 2018. And it was my bullet journal for that year. And like, I didn't know that that was like a good brand. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know what I had at the time. So I'm super excited to have that again. They also included an insert for their pen show. So cool. I wish I lived somewhere where I could like go and do those kinds of things. But I'm all the way down in Oklahoma. This is just going to have my order confirmation. So I'm going to leave that to the side. Yeah, this is the Saddle Amber ink. This is brand new for the Year of the Horse as well. And all of this just launched last week. I got my care package in a day or two ago. So I wanted to film very quickly with it. Ooh, I love the bottle. Cool. We will definitely do a swatch of this. And I'll ink up the pen with that. And then we'll do our doodles. I promise I'm getting to that part. I love their packaging. I guess to set the stage before I get into this, I have had quite a few Narwhal pens and stuff. Let me grab my little collection. So this was my first ever collab pens with them. I mean, not collab, like I didn't work on these pens with them, but they did so kindly gift them to me for my review and stuff. This one is the Citrine Original, and this is the Horizons pen. I got this in a, I believe a bold. And, oh, you can tell I need to clean it. This is my trusty, old, reliable. I use her so much. This one is very thick, and this one's a bit more fine. And then my second gifted collab with them were these lovely pens. I love these so much, and I'm actually going to gift the silver one to my mom, so I need to clean this one up as well. But they are retractable fountain pens. Oh my gosh. This is my first time ever having a retractable fountain pen, and I absolutely love these. I have such positive words to say about these. Love them so much. And now that brings us to today's. I love the packaging. I love the gold. Oh my gosh. Okay. They always have a warranty card inside, like just care information, that kind of thing. And then they do, which I really like for beginners, is that they include like how to fill the pen. And I just think that that's really nice because, you know, someone brand new to fountain pens, they may not know those kinds of things. Like I didn't when I first started. Like I had to wing it, you know. Oh. Okay, put that to the side. Oh my gosh. Look at that gold. I really like the bronze. Wow. Okay. I love the circle, like being able to see into the window. I love that. Oh my gosh. It's honestly really light. Oh, it doesn't go. Nope, it doesn't fit. That's fine. I like it. It's very smooth. It feels very good in the hand. I was expecting it to be a little bit more hefty. Like this one has lots of metal on it and it's pretty heavy in the cap. And I like the fact that this one is not heavy at all. Like it's seriously so light. I love that. Wow. Yeah. And then I want to ink it up with this. So give me just a second. I'm going to ink this up and then we'll do the doodles, I promise. Just while I have the ink out, I thought I would go ahead and do a swatch with a brush I just happen to have on hand. Ooh. I love that. A nice gold, oops, it's running in focus. A nice golden brown. I'm really excited to see what that will look like while writing. So let's get straight into the doodles. Okay, for doodle number 1, I wanted to do kind of like an open book, open planner, like it's open and like laying on the table. So I'm just gonna write that down. This page is just kind of glued together to the next one, so it like keeps moving. Okay, so for my open book, I am just going to be doing 2 rounded rectangles, and I also like to leave them a little bit splotchy and dotty, and in the spaces I like to do dots. This way, like if it's not perfect, who cares, you know, that kind of thing. And then I'm just going to follow that approximate same width and height and add our dots in. And then here's our open book pages. Now for the back, I'm just going to show a little bit of that, kind of like the hardcover peeking behind. Not too much to where it like bleeds through the page, you know, that kind of thing. But just enough. And then here I'm going to do a slight arc with it to show that that's like the open part. And I'm just going to mimic that on the other side. And slightly coloring it in, again, not making it too bold, and bringing that back in. Okay, so I might add a little bit more depth. There we go. Okay, so here's our open book, and then from here, it would be super cute to like make like a little mini spread, so you could add some text here, you could add some stickers. Honestly, you could turn this into like a memo note, a grocery list, that kind of thing. So there is our open book. For our second one, I'm wanting to do a book spine. Okay, and for our book spine, I'm just going to be using the grid system just to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to make mine, let's do this first one like 1 grid. So I'm just going to do a kind of like a parentheses shape. And then I'm going to do some straight lines. And I'm going to follow that parentheses again. And now to make the drop shadow, I'm just going to go to that middle point of the box, middle point of the box, middle point of the box. That way it's all matchy-matchy and straight across. And I'll just add a little bit of a squiggle just to show that there's pages in there. And then same thing, we can just decorate it. You can do some more parentheses and maybe like a little squiggle inside. And then maybe there's some dots on the front cover. Maybe there's like a little suggestion of like a half circle. And of course, I always add my little sparkles. This would be cute in like a reading journal. Okay. And now I want to do like a true book face. So maybe the book is facing us. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use the grid and I'm going to do a rectangle. That one I got a little sloppy on, but that's okay. And I'm still maintaining the like gaps and stuff. Like I'm still picking up my pen quite a bit. Oh, there goes my clip. I added a clip on this side and yeah, I guess it didn't want to stay. Okay, anyway, so this is like our front cover, right? So what I'm gonna do is it's gonna go to the middle of that next grid. And I'm also just gonna kind of bold in that line up a little bit just for like the suggestion of the spine of the book. And then I'm going to follow that line again. I'm gonna add a squiggle because this is where our pages are now. I'm trying to press light, but I don't want to like make too much. Okay. And then here we have our front book cover just ready to face us. So this would be good for like putting in like what we're currently reading or a book you want to read. Again, a note would be kind of cute. But I'm just going to decorate it really, I don't know, like a little diary, I guess. So I did a little bow. And following that same style, I'm going to pick up my pen quite a bit just for some dots and some variations of line, that kind of thing. And then maybe the corners have some little markings in them. Okay, and again, of course, you can add sparkles, maybe some little lines, make it kind of cute. All right, for our last doodle, I want to do a bookshelf. See. Okay, so I'm going to be following the grid. I'm just going to make a long rectangle, long and skinny. Okay, and then because I want this to kind of look like a wood grain, I'm going to really lightly grip my pen, and I'm just going to kind of do some organic lines. If the pen skips or whatever, that's fine, because I'm literally not putting any pressure down. I want this to kind of be random. I don't want it to be uniform at all. Okay. Now from here, I'm also going to be following the grid, and let's do maybe this tall. I'm going to do a rounded edge. I like that. Maybe the next book is a little bit taller. And then maybe we have a book that's kind of like laying over on its side a little bit. Okay. And maybe this one is back to the other height. Okay. So this is kind of a front on view. So it's going to be similar to this point of view. So I'm going to do the book pages kind of angled in a little bit. Not too much, but just to like give that suggestion that this is what we're viewing. And we're going to follow this example here of adding our drop shadow a little bit. So I'm just going to leave it like that just for the suggestion that our shelf is actually like 3D. And some pages. I'm not going to be real picky with this. I am using a broad, I think I've been saying bold. Have I been saying bold? Broad, good grief. Broad nib fountain pen. So I don't think I'd be able to fit the entire like squiggly line. So I went with the dot method. And then here, now you just have teeny tiny little details you can fill in. Maybe this one has some dots. Let's see, maybe this one has like a gilded edge type of thing. And for the text, I'm literally just doing like squiggle lines, nothing crazy. And of course. Okay, then maybe down here. I'm also like not really writing how I would normally write because I'm like trying to like keep this viewpoint for you. I don't know. So this is only my second ever like YouTube doodle tutorial. So let me know if this filming angle does or does not work for you. But yeah, these are my doodles, and thank you so much to Narwhal for sending me this pen. I am literally so thankful for them, and I think that they are such a kind and great company, and I will always support them. And I just love the little horse details as well on the band. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I'm very happy. I love this. I think this is the perfect blend of like a darker, organic, warm color. I love it so much, and it will match so many of my sticker sheets because this is a color I use all the time in my art. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this was informational for you in terms of the doodles, and I also hope that you enjoyed the unboxing. I've never done an unboxing on my YouTube channel before, so this was really cool to be able to do. I am so incredibly thankful for these gifts, and I will be sure to link them down below. Again, they're not paying me or anything. This was just gifted in exchange for a review, and as you guys can see, I absolutely loved this. And these are pens I literally use nearly every single day. I just highly recommend them, and I am so thankful. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.